So yesterday I took on the task of replacing the heater core on my 86 Trans Am Knight Rider replica, and I've done one before on an 82 and it was quite complex. There were quite a few things that I ran into. However, I found a nice little trick on the 86, and I'm sure it'll probably apply to some of the others that I mentioned during the actual recording of the video itself for the replacement of the heater core. So you'll see there's like a bracket and a module that's back there. Take the module out, take the bracket out, you can get a 1/4 inch extension with a wobbly and a 7mm socket down in there, and you should be able to pull the upper bolt without having to pull the entire dashboard apart. For me, that was the best solution to everything time-wise. And I definitely wanted to point out that one of the key things to seeing a bad heater core is preventing it from basically rupturing altogether. So if you start seeing fog that is sweet in smell and has like a stickiness to it, kind of a greasy texture when you're cleaning off your windshield, that's a great indicator that that heater core is going bad. So definitely get that replaced. I picked mine up at Pep Boys. It cost me about 30 bucks, so it really wasn't that bad. It's got a lifetime warranty on it as well, and it's well worth the time of going in, replacing it. You're going to get better heat coming through the vents on cold days, and it won't rupture, and you won't have coolant all over your dash, your floor, carpet, everything down there. So keep that in mind, and hopefully my video helps you out. Hey everyone, I'm working on a 1986 Trans Am 305 3rd gen body style, and I'm going to show you a trick on removing your heater core. So one of the things you do is pull off the lower cover, pull off the cover that's right under the map holder area, and most of these screws down here are accessible. You can see just the holes here, holes here. There's another one that if you reach up in here, you can do it blindly. All you have to do is just take any basic ratchet, get up in there, and just manually by hand ratchet it. I was using that, then I decided to switch into my air tools for today, make this a little bit easier on myself since I'm upside down. Now, there's a top bolt that most people will pull the entire dash just to get to, but you've got a computer control box that sits right here. If you remove that bracket, I'm going to see if I can get in there with the light and show you. Let's see if I can light this up here. I can't really get the right angle with my camera in here, but I promise you, right above this hole that you see where the light's flashing, right above there, oh, there it is. You can kind of see it from this angle here. There's a screw right there. What I'm doing is I'm taking a wobbly on an extension, and I'm getting up inside there, and I'm just going to unscrew it. And as you can see, this is just a 7mm on a 1/4 inch extension. Since I can't really do this one-handed, I'm going to stop the camera and I'll show you the next stage after that. Okay, I got that top bolt out. So just wiggle it, and that's it. As you can see, that's where that top bolt is. Now from here, get this cover out of the way. There's the heater core. Got access. So the rest from this point is pretty self-explanatory. Pull these 2 bolts that are here, go underneath the hood, remove the 2 hoses from the clamps on the heater core, and you can pull the entire unit out. So I'm super glad I decided to go ahead and replace this before installing the Knight Rider dashboard that I'm putting in here. I had noticed I was getting a little bit of moisture on the windshield. So what happens is when a heater core starts to seep, you'll start to have small leaks, and as you can see around here, the green is the leaking. So even though it didn't burst, you can definitely see there was some leaking going on beforehand on this. So what you'll have is you'll generally have moisture buildup on the dashboard. When you start your car, it'll evaporate and be a really sticky substance on your windshield and on the dash itself. So when you clean it, it just doesn't seem to want to go away properly. It'll come back and you'll constantly be fogging your front windshield. Well, that's this right here. And you can generally see it just is age. These things start to kind of warp, as you can see here. This little damage is from me pulling it out. One of the things I definitely recommend is replacing the heater core hoses at the same time. You'll just need 6 foot of 5/8 cut to fit heater hose. You'll actually be using just about 5 foot of it. I get 6, so you can kind of give yourself a little bit of space in case you make a mistake when you do a cut. Really simple, not a difficult thing to do at all, but when you go to pull these out, you can see that on this side of it, it pretty much melted on. It's just copper, so it definitely heats up like that. I'm going to drain this and I'm going to put it out for recycling. It is copper and aluminum. Someone will pick it up for scrap metal recycling and help out the environment that way as well.